seen a whale and dolphin show where they do tricks? But have you ever wondered about the stories behind these animals? Have you wondered about their lives inside the theme park? How did they get there? And most importantly, why aren't they free? Isn't it cruel to trap a social animal like a killer whale inside a tank with no company? Yet, this is how the poor killer whale, Kiska, had to spend the last 12 years of her life, and until she finally died on March 9th, 2023, did her suffering finally end. I discourage you to not go to whale shows. No whale should be captured. They should be in the ocean where they belong. Kiska's destiny was terrible. You will soon hear about that. No whale should be forced to suffer her fate as well. Kiska was captured in Iceland, along with her sister, Kiko. They were sold to an marine land, an amusement park in Niagara Falls, Canada. Kiko was then sold to a Mexican amusement park, and then finally released into the ocean and became the star of the movie Free Willy. Kiska, however, was not so lucky. You may be wondering, why can Kiko go free, but not Kiska? In 2019, Canada banned whales and dolphins from being bred or held in captivity. But those already in captivity, like Kiska, were forced to remain. Kiska gave birth as a young adult to 5 calves. All of them died before they reached the age of 7, and one died after 2 months. The bond between a calf and mother is so deep, it is hard to imagine the grief and trauma Kiska goes through the years. Also, her mates were transported to different facilities, leaving Kiska alone. For the last 12 of those years, despite wild orcas being intelligent and social creatures living in close-knit family pods, hunting and talking to each other in underwater chirps and calls, Kiska swam alone, with no calves, mates, or mother by her side. She was the last captive orca in Canada. After this, she was given the title the loneliest orca in the world. Later footage shows Kiska thrashing around in her tank or banging her head on the glass. Orcas are social creatures. They have one of the largest and most complex brains in the whole animal kingdom. So think about how desperate Kiska must have been, with no other whales to talk or play with, to want to kill herself and bang herself against the aquarium tank. On March 9th, Kiska died of a bacterial infection. The last captive orca in the world had died, and her suffering had finally ended. It is heartbreaking to know that Kiska never got the chance to be relocated to a whale sanctuary and experience the freedom she so deeply deserved. Our hearts go out to Kiska, the loneliest orca in the world, living in a tank in marine land. This intelligent, social, and complex creature deserves to be in the ocean with her pod and not in a tiny tank to entertain us. A tank is not a home. Though Kiska's death marks the end of captive killer whales in Canada, there are still 54 other whales captive around the world today. Stop going to Marineland and other parks that feature killer whale shows. Discourage the captivity of killer whales. Donate to help save the whales. Donate to help prevent any other whales from suffering Kiska's fate. After all, every donation, no matter how small, can make a huge difference.